Welcome to the Craft Palace. There's a lot that goes on in here. Well, the day came that I was finally going to be able to get a new cooktop put into my island. I hated this thing. It was so ugly. It just looked pathetic. So my husband was going to install it for me. So he removed the cooktop, and it got me thinking about my Downdraft. Now, it works perfectly fine, and a new Downdraft can be anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 or $3,000. I wasn't going to spend that kind of money. And the only reason that I was unhappy with it is because when we moved into the house, it had a lot of scratches on it. As you can see here over by the power button, there's scratches. The middle has scratches on it, and it just doesn't look nice, and it drove me crazy. So here's a couple of close-ups of some of the scratches. Now, they couldn't be buffed out. They were actually pretty deep in. So someone had rubbed something up against them, and it just wasn't anything I was going to be able to get out. I started doing some research yesterday and found that just the new panel on the top, the trim panel, was going to cost between $300 and $500 to replace. Well, that's just ridiculous. I wasn't replacing the Downdraft, and I certainly wasn't going to spend that kind of money trying to replace just this trim panel. So I came up with a different idea. What if I covered it? So off to the Cricut. I imported a couple of GE logos because of course I have to make it look authentic. And then after some measurements, this is what I came up with. Now the cooktop is 30 inches and I was going to have a little bit of overhang, but on Cricut you cannot cut anything that is longer than what will fit on a 24-inch mat. So I knew I was going to have to piece it. It didn't really seem to bother me because whatever it was going to turn out to, it was going to look better than it did. So I ended up with a little racing stripe where I had to piece the two pieces together. I just took a little piece of black vinyl and laid it out, and then I put a little piece of silver, the stainless, brushed stainless over that. The cutout for my on-off switch turned out great, and the GE logo actually looks pretty darn cool too. So this was my first try. I didn't have to reapply it. I didn't have to take it off. I didn't have to do anything with it. And surprisingly enough, it was easy to work with. I thought it was going to be something that would be ripping, tearing apart, whatever, and it wasn't. It was pretty sturdy. It looked great, and I cannot be happier with it. So for about $20 in materials and about a half hour of my time, I was able to take what could have cost me $300 to $500 and make it something I'm very happy with. I think it looks wonderful. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.